For individuals and families in Indiana that are considering bankruptcy, this decision may be scary. And the reality is that bankruptcy is a significant financial decision that should be met with some level of seriousness prior to that decision. That being said, I think society has done its part to spread some misinformation about bankruptcy, which has ultimately led to people feeling even more scared or even more apprehensive about filing. So what I'd like to do is take a moment and address a couple of these bankruptcy myths. That way you can be better informed. The first myth I'd like to address is this myth that, if I file bankruptcy, that must mean that I'm somehow reckless with my money or that I've mismanaged my funds. The reality is that nearly 500,000 individuals and families file bankruptcy in any given year. And the vast majority of these individuals and families, and this has certainly been the case with my practice, the vast majority are not simply filing bankruptcy because they've mismanaged their money. The reality is that in nearly every case, there's some set of external factors at play beyond the debtor's control that have ultimately led to a decision to choose bankruptcy to improve that debtor's circumstances. So I encourage each and every one of my clients to, if they're feeling guilt or shame about the idea of filing bankruptcy, the reality is that bankruptcy is, that is a means of moving forward, and there should be no shame in trying to improve your situation. So that's the first myth that I'd like to dispel, is this myth that, bankruptcy means that, I've done something wrong. The second myth that I'd like to address is the myth that, bankruptcy is somehow the end of the road for the debtor. Many of my clients come to me and they're concerned that if I file bankruptcy, I'm going to be stuck. I'm not going to be able to, purchase a new home or maybe to start a new business. The reality is again, it's not the bankruptcy that is putting you necessarily in a situation that would make you feel stuck. The situation that makes you feel stuck is whatever financial circumstances that are already weighing you down, whether it be, again, overwhelming debt, medical collections, judgments, what have you. Those are the things that are weighing you down. Bankruptcy is something that allows you a means of stepping forward. And while, yes, there are certain credit implications that come along with bankruptcy, the reality is if bankruptcy makes sense for one of my clients, it makes sense because it's going to be something that allows them to move forward and ultimately, achieve financial success down the road. It may not be immediate, and just like medicine, it may not taste the greatest going down, but the reality is that bankruptcy is itself a positive thing for people that are seeking it. So, those are the two myths that I want to, ultimately address with each and every one of my clients. The first being that, hey, bankruptcy means that I've done something wrong. That's certainly not the case. And the second myth is that, hey, if I file bankruptcy, that means I'm going to be stuck or I have no other options. Again, bankruptcy, the whole point of bankruptcy is to give you a fresh start and to afford you additional options down the road. So if you have additional questions about bankruptcy or any myths concerning bankruptcy, I encourage you to reach out to Brock Legal. Please schedule a free consultation. We would love to chat with you. Have a great day.